Okay, for today's meal, we're going to try to make some Thai pork fried rice using Dollar Tree components, or ingredients rather. Anyhow, I've got some pork loin chop that I bought from the Dollar Tree. It's like ultra thin, but it was only $1. And I'm planning on cooking this in the rice cooker, just to make like a normal pork chop. Basically, I'm just going to throw it in there, throw in some seasoning. Yeah, basically like the Badia or the Complete or whatever. Some onions, and just let it cook while I drive. I already have some white rice that's already pre-cooked, in the rice cooker. So I'm going to have the pork chops cooked. Then I'm going to toss in some Dollar Tree, let me show you here. Dollar Tree stir-fry blend vegetables is what I'm planning on throwing in there. And then it's a matter of mixing in the rice and some soy sauce, and the food's pretty much done. So we're going to go ahead and try to cook it as I drive, and let's see what happens. First things first, I've tossed in the pork chops into the rice cooker. I didn't even bother with oil. I do have a little bit of crushed onion here. Let me go ahead and try to shake it and get it loose, because it looks like it's kind of crusty and sticking together. Alright, I got the chopped onions from Dollar Tree right here that I'm going to try to put in there. Sprinkle a little bit. I'm not even bothering putting it on both sides, just one side is fine. Because we're just cooking the pork chops, and we're going to end up cutting it up. I'm pre-cooking the meat, basically. I want to make sure my pork chops are done before I use it as an ingredient for the fried rice. To help bring out the flavor, I'm going to add this total seasoning. Ari's total seasoning, but you can use the Badia, which is essentially the same thing. Alright, that looks like enough seasoning on there. And it's just a matter now of starting up the inverter cooking system with the rice cooker and seeing if we can't get the food to cook while we drive. First thing I do to start the cooking process is obviously crank up the car. Car has started. Now I connect my cooking system with the my house battery to the vehicle battery by flipping my switch, which connects the two. And then I have to turn on the inverter, because that's what actually converts the 12 volts right here to 120 volts. So it is on now, and it should be pulling about 22 to 24. Was it pulling 27 watts? Because the rice cooker is now on, but it's cooking on low mode. So this paint on me. Flip it to high mode, so now it's pulling 300. So it's going to start the cooking process. What I'm going to do is put the lid on it. That's what I do. I put the lid on it so it'll help heat it up better. And then I also put this, well, it just shut off because I moved it, but bungee cord here to help hold everything in place while I'm driving. In case of an accident, you don't want this stuff flying all over you and burning you. Anyhow, get the cooking going again. Put the venting so it doesn't vent right to my bed. And that should do it while we drive into our location where we're going to finish the cooking process. Alright, I'm currently at my at the library actually. And I can see the meat is pretty much cooked. I'm going to go ahead and flip it. I didn't use any oil or anything in it. You can see it's like really nice and brown. Well, not really nice and brown, but it is fully cooked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take this meat now and cut it up into slices and use that for my the meat for the fried rice, the pork fried rice. To prepare the pork chop for the fried rice, I'm just going to use my knife and a fork and cut the meat into little strips. I don't have a tripod set up, so I'm just going to go ahead and pause the camera and show you the results of my cutting here in a moment. Alright, the pork chop's already chopped up and ready to be used. Now it's just a matter of tossing it back into the pot, throwing in some veggies, the rice, and some soy sauce. I have tossed in the pork chops. Now it's just a matter of adding the frozen veggies, which aren't so frozen anymore, but I'm just going to add a little bit here. Kind of hard to do this Okay. I think I'll add just a little bit more here. Alright, I've added the frozen vegetables from the Dollar Tree. So we got frozen pork, or the pork chops from Dollar Tree, and frozen veggies. And now I'm just going to add some pre-cooked white rice that I cooked earlier. I basically take the white rice that I've cooked and I just scoop up some, oops. I'm going to work here in this front kitchen. In film it's kind of difficult, but I just basically scoop up the rice and put it in there, which is what I'm getting ready to do right now. And I've relocated the cooking pot up here, which I normally wouldn't do, but just doing it to show you guys, get a better camera angle here. But now I'm just going to add some of my soy sauce, my Kikkoman soy sauce. Just pour a little bit here on top. Actually, it's quite a bit. There's a lot of sodium, but it's what brings out the flavor of everything. All right, soy sauce is done. Once we've added the soy sauce, it's just a matter of stirring things up, mixing it up. Now the cooker's still on, but on low, and the food's essentially done because I already cooked the meat. Veggies are just melting, and I'm just mixing it up. And that's all I'm going to do is just mix the food up, mix the rice and the veggies and stuff. And I'm going to turn up the heat and just let it sit for a few minutes, just to make sure the veggies are all melted, not melted, but thawed out. And the food's essentially done. So let me just stir up everything here. Just wanted to show you what the food looks like once you stir it up. Of course, it starts to look like fried rice. And it's actually not bad. Like I said, it's already pretty much done at this point. All I'm going to do is just heat up everything to make sure the veggies are fully cooked. But you can see our pork in there, our veggies, and our rice. And I'm going to let it heat up for probably another 5 minutes. I'll set it on high. You hear my inverter going, kicking the fan on there. And I'm just going to let it sit here for about 5 minutes and let it fully heat up. Okay, the food is essentially done now. It's already done to start off with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up a serving here and show you how I normally eat this. Actually, I don't normally eat it like this. I normally add fresh onions and cucumbers and peppers, green Thai peppers or something, but I don't have those. So I'll show you how I normally eat it when I'm on the road, like in, cooking here in stealth mode or whatever at the library or whatever. I usually don't have as many fresh veggies and stuff like that just because it's a pain to handle all this stuff. So I'll settle with the frozen veggies here in this, and instead of fresh peppers, I'm going to be using this crushed pepper. I think I got it from the Dollar Tree. And instead of lemon or lime slices, I'm going to use this squeezable lemon. So let me go ahead and show you what a serving looks like. Alright, I've shut off the inverter to turn off the cooking system. So at this point, we can actually disconnect the batteries. Turn that off there, turn the switch off. I shut the car down and just chill. While it's cooking, I leave the car running because it's charging the battery that's powering the inverter. But you can see this is a decent sized serving right here, and we still have leftovers. There's actually enough food here to feed 2 or 3 adults. So you're looking at a $2.25 meal that can feed 2 or 3 people. That's not bad, isn't it? So this is what the pork fried rice looks like using Dollar Tree components. Dollar Tree pork chops, Dollar Tree frozen veggies. I did use Walmart rice, but the Dollar Tree does sell white rice there as well. And I'm going to go ahead and season it to show you what I do. When I don't have access to fresh peppers and stuff, I use the crushed pepper here. And I just basically sprinkle it all over. I like things kind of hot. So much pepper I use. It's quite a bit, isn't it? And then give it a little bit more zing. I squeezed some lemon or lime on it. In this case, I got lime, squeezable lime. And that's pretty much it. So, for $2.25 or so, you can have a nice meal for 2 or 3 adults. Me, I'm going to have leftovers. Hopefully I'll be ready to eat it all today. Until next time, everybody, bon appetit. I hope you're enjoying your food. And I hope this is giving you some ideas for how to cook food, or Thai food, or whatever, rice, using the rice cooker, an inverted cooking system. You know, if you're in a house, you don't have to use the rice cooker. You can cook all this on a frying pan or a wok or whatever. Just use the same ingredients or similar ingredients. And you can always substitute whatever vegetables and stuff you like. You can, use fresh stuff instead of frozen. I usually like the frozen pre-mixed vegetables just because I don't have to cut them, and I just toss it in and they thaw out while you're frying it up. So it's a meal that can be prepared in a few minutes. The main thing you want to do is make sure that you cook the meat. Pork chops here from the Dollar Tree only take a few minutes to cook because they're so thin. What I sometimes do is I just cook the meat and bag them up, like single serving bags of meat. And then I throw them in to make fried rice and other Thai food. That's when I have access to a refrigerator. But on the road, I kind of have to cook things up fresh and kind of eat everything the same day. Well, up until next time, everybody, I wish you good eating. Thank you for tuning in. Please give this video a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to this channel. Take care now. As some of you often wonder what this food tastes like, I'm going to go ahead and give you a taste test, although I already ate it. But this is what it looks like. I typically scoot up the rice with some meat and maybe some vegetables in it. If I were at home, I would have sliced cucumbers, sliced onions, maybe some lettuce and stuff with this. But here we go. It is good. Hits the spot. I think having access to freshly cooked hot food is very important for morale when you're out on the road. It makes you feel more at home and gives you a lot of energy and just makes you feel better overall. So definitely worth trying to cook food if you can. It'll save you money as well as just make you feel a lot better. Until next time, everybody, take care.